You guys are also from the same team, Special Forces. How long for you?
29 years.
29 years. So why don't you take us back? Give us a little Rick backstory. How'd you get to this chair?
How did I get to this chair? Wow. How far do we want to go back? So really, I'll kind of date it back, obviously talking about my dad, my grandfather, military background. There was always a drive to join the military. But to back up one other thing, I think Jamie talked about as well, I think you as well, having that wrestling background.
Yeah, right.
To me, that was a huge point. I didn't realize it then, but coach would sit there and smoke us for like the first 2 or 3 weeks. And it was all just physical stuff. No moves, no nothing till he got his magic formula. And I think that going back day after day, embracing the suck, for lack of better terms, built kind of that, mental toughness. Yeah. Like if I were to ask Mac this question, or even you, who's the best person in the room? Right. There's only one right answer.
Right.
Mac?
Yeah. No.
So the problem
Easy.
is people can't identify it's them.
Right.
And it should be a go-to. And it's not an arrogance. It's just a self-confidence.
Right.
And that's the part that people need to understand. Now, on Mac's, part is, there's nothing he can't do. I'm the same way. I just go, there's nothing I can't do. I'm an honest broker, and I dub it with, I may not be the best.
Right.
But then I always finish up with, there's nothing I can't do.
Right.
So you think, for all the listeners out there that have problems, issues, dramas, whatever, if you walk into a room and you just start by going, I'm the best person in the room, just say it to yourself. And then you follow up with, there's nothing I can't do. I may not be the best, but there's nothing I can't do. Dude, you've got a positive self-image of yourself, right, which is first and foremost the thing you need in life.
Is that how you were growing up?
Yeah. And again, I think it goes back to that wrestling. If I got to go back in my time.
Dude, man, I could parallel that with you.
There's something about that wrestling experience that you go back there every single day, embracing the suck. And like I said, Coach had it where we just did PT for at least the first 2 or 3 weeks. And I don't know how yours was, Matt.
Yeah, man.
But he just conditioned us, and you would see it. Guys would drop. But it was like, I got to come back every day and go, man, I'm going to get my head smashed again. All right. Sounds like a good plan. Let's do this. Yeah. But I think that, inadvertently looking back, that was a huge factor that gets that. And then again, it's just that self-confidence. There never was a time to go, oh, I'm not with the cool kids. I'm not in this group. I'm not in that. Right. Dude, I'm me. I'm Rick. And you know what? I'm the best guy out here. And I know Mac will go, hey, he's the best guy. You're going to say you're the best guy. Well, I'm the best guy. We can all argue who's the best. But the point being is that mindset, you don't have to be part of a clique. You don't have to be part of nothing.
Right.
It's about you.
So there was a bit of a watershed moment with you in terms of the wrestling experience. And as Mac said, he can echo the very same thing because he's told that story. That was kind of your transition, transformation moment, right?
That was during my metamorphosis because I didn't ooze confidence when I was in my early mid-teens. There was a pivotal moment where I had a window of opportunity, basically getting ready for a bully's return,
Yeah.
So, but I started wrestling, right? And it was, my coach was just freaking badass. Everybody loved him. But man, talking about, embracing the suck. This is a season that went on for pretty long. And you even have preseason because you needed to get in shape for getting in shape.
Yeah.
And, like I can remember our coach would find the warmest classroom, for instance, that was closest to the gym and turn the heat up in it.
Oh, wow.
And then, so this is an hour prior to training and we would just do calisthenics in that one classroom, push all the desks aside and do freaking PT and just a pre-smoke before we got on the mats and then run in the hallway sprints up and down, up and down, up and down. That really changed my level of confidence because my first 2 years I sucked. And then all of a sudden, boom, everything started clicking. And my second 2 years, I couldn't be beaten.
Yeah.
And then, that rush of confidence, not cockiness,
right?
Because, cockiness will get you your ass fucking whooped in a heartbeat. But that confidence of I cannot be beaten, what's in front of me will not defeat me.
Right.
Really resonated with that, with the wrestling thing, because even though it's a team sport, you have to perform on an individual level. Every individual is a part of that team because you want an ultimate score for the team, but you have to, and you're in the spotlight. Everybody's watching you. So if you mess up, everybody's going to see it.
Yeah.
If you fail and don't fail quickly, if you fail miserably, everybody's going to see that.
Yeah.
But even if you fail strong, it's still a victory.
Right.
Everybody knows how much or how little you put into that 6-minute event. everybody knows.
It seems, I guess,
including yourself. So,
well, everything else in high school sports is pretty much team based. So this is an individual thing.
Totally.
Right. Yeah, you're on a team,
but you're contending individually,
right?
Yeah, not tag teaming and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, so that makes sense. That you don't have a tool, you don't have a club, you don't have a bat, you don't have a racket.
Right.
It is completely you, and you are about as clamped up against another human being as could possibly be. So there's that rawness that I think, it's going to have some sort of positive traumatic forging on your mentality. Because again, you have a situation like with Mac where he says, man, I wasn't really like that until I went through this season of my life.